now I'm taking what's mine. I define myself as ambitious, young, black, and gifted. Master P, my masterpiece. That mean I don't got no limits. Bout it, I doubt it. My homies know you ain't ratted. We break you down like a pound. I got it, don't pound us around me. I'm corrupted, flow cold and it's rugged, bumpy. What is up? I'm ready for war. You got to love it like black, yeah. And it feel like, yeah. All day like, yeah. All night like, yeah. Whole squad like, what? And it feel like, yeah. All day like, yeah. All night like, what? Whole squad like, yeah. And it feel like, yeah. All day like, yeah. All night like, yeah. Whole squad like, yeah. And it feel like, yeah. All day like, yeah. All night like, yeah. You don't want problems. You don't want smoke, no. You don't want problems.
Okay, Coach, on a wonderful fall afternoon in the state of Texas, the roof is open, and we've got football from NRG Stadium in Houston. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Houston Texans. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. 60 Pittsburgh.
On 1st and 10, Love. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It's a loss of 4 on that first play, and it's 2nd down. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop, but that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
A pass there complete to Westbrook. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
6-man. Check girls, check girls, check girls.
First carry for Raquel Armstead. And his first carry, he loses the football. And the Texans scoop it. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. Well, he's going to have to shake out the cobwebs first time he touches the football, and he drops it on the ground.
So many times we talk about quarterbacks and taking care of them early to get them in the flow with safe throws, right? Right out of the gate, you're going to be in some traffic. You got to take care of the ball, and he didn't do that.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
Here's a quick hitch route and the throw complete. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
The mic, boy. 48. 5-0, 5-0, 5-0.
They run with Taylor. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down. It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive of your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his defense.
On 2nd down, it's Taylor, and he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is third down. From the gun, Winston. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 14.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover. The angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
At the 16-yard line.
On 2nd and 12, Winston. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spend too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. This is the correct call.
And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. A great effort there. His 11th touchdown of the year as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point up and through by Myers. And it's now a 7-0 game. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
The Jaguars take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
You know, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. A first carry for Leonard Fournette. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Well, this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting him to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
This is Armstead on the carry. Yeah, he's going to be stopped short of a first down as they'll get to him at about the 33. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
4th and short, partner. I mean, this would be a really risky call. Here we are in the first quarter.
On your own side of the field.
Own side of the field. But, boy, what a tone setter that would be to go for it and get it, wouldn't it?
You're gritty today. I like it.
I'm feeling it.
Let's go,
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Now, they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
43. All day, dog. No.
A first down throw for Winston. He's letting this one go for Fuller. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 28. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
Hey, it's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week, he got Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but, boy, he's playing really well.
Off play action. Love. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. 4 yards on the pickup, and it'll make it a second down. He felt the pressure coming there. That was a good job of just making something out of nothing, so to speak.
Yeah, took the hit and still made the play. You know, when we talk about runners, all right, and on running plays, runs after contact, we call that getting dirty yards, tough, gritty ones. To me, that's like the version of a dirty pass. He knows he's going to get smacked, yet still delivers the football and picks up good yardage.
Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a third and about 5.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The Texans here on third down, putting an extra defender in the secondary.
We got 3.
From the gun, Love. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up 4th down. Here's Logan Cook now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. Fielded just inside the 20. A 44-yard punt. They're going to wind up losing yardage on the return, though. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive, followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological?
And Winston lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Hey, watch it, watch it.
On second down now, it's Taylor. And a loose football. And the Jags grab it. And they'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. And this is one of those bang-bang plays, Charles. Did the knee hit first or did the ball come out first?
This is where you need that 20/20 eyesight, don't you, Brandon? You've got to see which one happened first. If the knee hit the ground, then they will keep possession.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They'll be looking to make amends for the events of a moment ago. A fumble return for 6 points.
You absolutely have to protect the football. That's got to be priority number one because margin for error is starting to slip away. And now it's down to a one-score game.
Watch the screen, watch the screen. Let's give it to Burton. Watch the screen, watch the screen. 49.
Winston now after the fumble recovery. They complete it to Hill. They'll wind up with 17 on that one, but they're still a bit short here for 4th. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
At their own 27-yard line.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Beginning the drive here with Armstead. He'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. On second down, Armstead. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. They'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Let's go now, let's go now, let's go now.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
And he uncorks a beauty. Best of the day. This is fielded at the 7. 12 yards on the return that time. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And I would say they went 3 and out last time, but actually they didn't even get to 3 and out. Still a strange decision to us here in the booth.
Yeah, let's hope they don't go 1 and out, but maybe, possibly, let's try and think with them here. Try to play field position maybe, turn the ball over, put it in the hands of their defense. Who knows?
You're a nice man. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Here's Taylor. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well.
Ready. Black, can you do that? 43. Hey, we got to get this stop here, D. Flip it, flip it, flip it. Hey, stop. Let's go. Out.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
Well, that was big right there, because they're in the bottom 5 in the league in converting on 3rd down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were 2 things they said they wanted to win in this game. One, the turnover battle, and the second, 3rd down conversions. So they got one there. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Play action now, Winston. He's airing it out for Williams. It's caught inside the 25. A huge play there for Houston. 43 yards.
We always talk about the guy who paid off the play, don't we? Guy who caught it or ran it. But how about the elements that go into making a big play? This one in particular, able to scan the field, pocket held up nicely. What a terrific job by the offensive line. The route well run, and the football right on the money.
And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
It's 3rd down and 5.
The Texans on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Sonic. 43 is the mic. Stop your whining. Mike's 43. Mike's 43.
Jameis to throw it. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. And Myers able to knock it through. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So unable to convert for the touchdown inside the red zone, but they do come away with 3.
Yeah, it's a 32-yarder. That's essentially an extra point nowadays, right? Because it's 33 as a general rule for these guys. So it should be a simple kick. But you know what's really strange nowadays? When they miss an extra point, I think they carry that with them longer than missing a field goal because an extra point's supposed to be automatic.
Absolutely, and I would think even field goals inside of 30 yards, even though they're substantially shorter than a PAT, it just has a different feel, doesn't it?
A different feel, a different vibe. That's what I get from all the kickers I talk to. They always say if I miss an extra point, that's the one that bothers me more.
Now a throw complete to his fullback out of the backfield. Call it a gain of 5, and it'll make it 2nd down.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes that's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. 2nd and 5. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the 1st down, and that's exactly what he did.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Off the play fake. Love. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
Here we go. 30 pace. Let's go. Shoot. Let's go.
Going with Armstead, a 1st down carry. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
We just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
I'm coming after you.
To throw on 2nd down. Love. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Looking to throw. Love. And that will be incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. Now, that's something of a pick-me-up, and the offense certainly has struggled, but they do get the field goal before half to put 3 on the board.
Yeah, you don't want to be shut out, but let's face it, those 3 points, that's not going to solve all their problems either.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
It's our time. Alert 3. Let's convert. Watch the twist. SOS.
Taylor And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
The Texans on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
He's coming. We got double up. Check 37. Mike's 43. Here we go.
From the shotgun, it's Winston. Gets this one to Hill. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Now Winston. They're going deep for Hill. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Houston. A big play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Texans push further out in front. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This will be taken in at the 1. Now a hit and a loose football. And they will finally stop him, but a great return gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy, because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Here's 1st and goal, and gosh, points here, a chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime. Throwing, Winston. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal.
Mike's 4-4. Hey, 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. Just like that. Check nickel.
Now Winston. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Texans push further out in front. The extra point now coming from Myers. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This one fielded at the 5. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
Let's go.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And now the clock reads precisely 1 minute to go in the half. You want to run the 1-minute offense? This is a good test right here.
It certainly is, and definitely not a
fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Here's Winston. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number one. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Winston now. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Wait. Hey, switch gears. 43 is the mic. 5-0. Yeah, let's go set lunch.
Working out of the gun. Winston trying to lay one up deep. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 47. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. A new life now following the late turnover. Maybe a chance for points here before the break.
Yeah, pretty nice situation they find themselves in because they're really maybe one completion away from giving their kicker a shot. And that gives them a chance to get some points up on the board. We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on second and inches. Second down and inches. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. To throw on third down. Love. That's out to his running back, Fournette. And they do get this across midfield to the 49, but a small consolation prize as he's well short of the first.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23.
Hey, let's get a conversion. You got tight. You got tight right there. Check. Green, come see.
Off the play fake, Winston. It's Hill, complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. Jameis now 9 of 16 through the air as he's got it 1st and 10. Final play of the half here, Winston. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
Check three. Hey, 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 44's the mic. 44's the mic.
They go to the ground again with Taylor. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Back-to-back good plays, have them on the move on first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. Alert 3. Watch twist.
On second down and 4, Winston. And going deep for Hill. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. 3 touchdown passes now in the ball game for Jameis Winston. And the Texans push further out in front.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that, truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. Myers connects on the PAT, and that'll increase their lead to 28. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This is taken at the 3. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line.
At their own 33-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Switch up.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Open is Swaim, the tight end. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, Couldn't turn it into much more.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. The open man is Shark. It's complete. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 33. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory, down at the 33. Off play action. Love. The catch made by James O'Shaughnessy, the tight end. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost his bread and butter. It's a good running back dive play.
That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Now Leonard Fournette. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 10 yards there. Good enough for a Jags 1st down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the 1st down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
Still in search of their 1st touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Oliver, the tight end, making the catch. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a 1st down again.
Here we go, here we go. 30 pace, let's go. Man out, man out, man out. Ready, go. 24, check 24. Ready, go.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Josh Oliver, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars make some inroads here on that deficit. And oh, it's blocked. The Texans have got it. The big man, get the oxygen tank ready. But he will not be able to bring this one back, and the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
So even when they get a touchdown in this game, which hasn't really been a stellar contest for them, they can't even cap it off and kick the extra point.
Yeah, just not a whole lot going right for them in this game.
I know that when they get into film, this is going to be Exhibit A about how this game went for this team. Oh, we finally score. Can't even kick the extra point.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40.
Switch. Let's convert.
Now a give, right side. Taylor. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Let's put that team on the block. Check it back. Flip it. Switch. Back.
They'll keep it on the ground. Taylor. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Ready. Black, what is that? Check. Hey, check. Hey. Here we go, even. 24. Undercrunch.
To throw, Winston. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline.
Let's go. Do it.
At their own 18-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
I'm coming. Shoot. H3 218. Chopper. Ready, go.
Now Armstead. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. to throw. Love. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Looking to throw. Love. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's fourth down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
At the 24-yard line.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Hatchet. White. Check. Under 10. 10.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Taylor. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup. He's turning in a pretty impressive performance running the football, and a big reason why they have this nice lead.
And in days gone by, we would clip this out and put it up on the refrigerator, wouldn't we? Clip out the box score. Nowadays, not too many newspapers out there. Maybe you screenshot it online.
A gain of 3, 2nd down. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Check. Green, turn up. Kill. Turn up.
Watch the edge.
Any weapons. Fresno. Let's go.
From the 39, Winston, and that is incomplete.
But plain and simple, that's the second time today that he's dropped a pass.
And that one, I think, maybe even a little easier than the earlier one that he dropped. Surprising.
Was this game announced as a night game prior to, and maybe his rhythm is just off? He's got thrown off. He's going to have to wake up, enjoy the sunshine, and go play.
On third down, Winston. He finds his target, Fuller. And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
Now that's a big pickup right there, and so often we focus on how the quarterback's faking out play action. How about everyone being in on the deal and picking it up?
Second, third levels, you could see them trying to recover. They bit. Worked out offensively.
Rush in.
They'll run on first down. It's Taylor. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. Yeah, I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this fourth quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully, and I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Taylor, and the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. The Texans on third down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 4.
Check.
Now a give, right side. Taylor. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. They end up getting stuffed twice after that 9-yard gain back on first down. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. From the right hash, this from 53. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And that'll extend this lead now up to 25. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. No, he almost had it. Already with 1 interception, just missing his 2nd there.
I think this one offensively, this is one where you just say, let's move on. Let's not even watch the game tapes from this one.
Yeah, you might just want to throw it in the trash, act like it was never there in the first place.
Yeah, just say we're good. I actually have heard of a coach in the past who took his team out to the practice field and ceremonially buried the game films from the prior game when they got clobbered. That was his way of putting it behind them.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Operating from the gun. Love. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
Ready? Blue lady. Mike, 44. Man, I got you. Wait. Joker. Watch the ship. Watch the slow. Fire ball.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Slam.
Now Taylor. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
36.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. The Texans on 3rd down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 10. He'll drop to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 4th down. The Texans send the punter out as he's on here to punt it away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And that had far too much air under it. It's out of the back of the end zone, and the football will come out to the 20-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. To throw again. Love. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Back to throw. Love. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. We've got a lopsided game here. I don't know, Charles, what does the handbook say that we discuss when we've got a game like this in the 4th quarter?
Hold on a second. Let me thumb to the proper page on that. Know what it says?
What?
Let's discuss how we got here. This is a dominant performance, where they took control of this game, how they've managed to keep control of this game, and then we go ahead and think about how we're going to leave here and get to the airport. In a lopsided blowout, the roads are usually open.
And they take a knee.
Here we go. 10 Lobo.
Hey, let's get off the field, D. Let's get
go.
And they will take a knee here.
The quarterback on the keeper. A loss of a yard. It's now 3rd and 13.
So 1st and 2nd down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. And they'll indeed take a knee. The Texans send the punter out as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And they'll let this one go right on the outskirts of the 10. They'll down it at the 11-yard line.
At their own 11-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. and that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
On first down, Love. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
Forced to the ground and incomplete. Makes it 2nd and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Love. This one caught by his tight end, Oliver. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. A Jacksonville first down on a pickup of 17.
And a Jaguar first down.
Set, hut. 15 Lonnie, 15 Lonnie.
You got nothing.
Ready, go.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And I think the game balls need to be distributed on the defensive side of the football, and I bet that you would agree.
Yeah, if you hold a team under 10 points, that's a job well done. Really well done. So I would say game balls for every starter and every key player who participated in this game.
Now, see, I only like one game ball. You're handing out multiple. Although I set you up by saying game balls plural, but
I like where we're going with this. Though you say one to represent like the best player of all of that, and I say multiples. So